Alright, this game is absolutely crazy. What I saw from the trailer, I just know when the amount of bouncy, stretchy, extremely limited animation that they had from the trailer was going to be a very good game. Even the idols are bouncy, dude. Why? I mean, from the particle effect, the camera work, this level of animation is something that you can only do with the top level animators. Probably 5 to 20 years of experience in animation to make it this fluid and smooth. Oh, it's completely useless, completely unnecessary. And same with the camera angles. You don't get this level of specificity in camera angles for a trailer of a game without something going right. They could have focused on the character personalities more and the dialogue, but for this video I'm going off of the trailer and then like the first few levels of the game, and I just haven't played that much. But apparently the studio size was 400, and they do have like 27 playable characters as of when I scripted this anyway, because of the gacha style game mechanics, so that's totally understandable with the why the characters aren't super in depth. And I'm not talking about the gacha mechanic stuff, that's just a gimmick. But the only major thing you can see that is actually lacking is in the rendering around the whole anime style. It is a lot better in Honkai Star Rail, which is the same publisher, but different studio. Because I checked that out too. And that's like a more Pokemon anime RPG stuff. Pokemon just sticks out to me as a prominent RPG thing. I don't play a lot of RPG games. It's gonna piss off some people, but they did really well with the style of this thing, where the face normals, I'll explain what that is needed. They're tuned, giving it the mono lighting effect depending on which angle the lighting is at. Obviously that's combined with a two-tone shader, which is how they get that super hard style lighting. And like Royal Sky says,
the shader is actually a really small part of the look. You can dump the shader on your model right now, but if your topology is not built for it, and you didn't adjust your normals, and you don't use Arc System Square UV texturing techniques, it's just gonna look like real, cheap, fake, wannabe anime. We recommend that you try an easier, simpler anime style like Genshin Impact. And just so you understand what the difference is, on the left side is a texture map from Genshin, and on the right is a texture from Arc System. People like Rukikuri and Yuli, who I believe do it better than everyone else. Shadows for our character in Macrophage were actually done by Rukikuri herself.
And that very often does not meet the source material for the game that is anime. There is an alteration with the rendering outside dimensions as well. The colors look more washed out, more grey and mundane. It could be a purposeful effect to contrast between the action and the hub zone, but no, I did expect it to be more flowy, like going from level to level as you progress in the game, but given the whole gotcha thing, the hub world makes sense for that, and that is where a lot of the story takes place anyway. And the vert count is highly focused around the facial details, where the attention will be the most. I didn't even notice that the high of a vert count around the body, but going back to Star Rail, the clothes were at actual low poly. You can see that with just the shape and outlines of all the clothes. I'm assuming it's less than 5,000, and the normal character for like low to mid poly is between 10 and 30 for the entire body, face and everything. And it looks like they're using like 10 different edges to make up a circle, where usually I don't know the specific number. But yeah. But again, This issue is very understandable because they're using a 3D aspect, because they are using this 3D aspect to their advantage. Forgot one of my points. The depth of the camera and the field of view. They are using these effects basically all the time. So it's like its own sub rendering effects. And they are using these things constantly. Which leads me to the biggest problem I have with the animations. Now that was a nice transition and I had ruined it by pointing it out. When a game uses this amazing animation thing as just a blueprint, and I say blueprint because you can tell they wanted absolutely everything to be at this same animation quality, even when it was absolutely not necessary. Like a little bunny at the start of the game hopping onto a couch. No robot bunny needs to be that squishy when it is hopping onto a couch. But they do it for every single animation, including the idols. Why? And the reason I'm freaking out about this so much is because it kinda wastes a big chunk of the animation budget. Mainly because of, again, the frequency it is being used at. Like anything, when you use a certain effect over and over and over and over and over and over again, it starts to lose its spectacleness, it starts to lose its meaning. Even in words, you say the same word again over and over, you forget what it even means in the first place. And back to the point, because as humans, we get bored very easily. Some of us more than others. Like, I don't know, someone spends all day watching TikTok and loses his attention in less than 5 seconds. But that's demand. Constant, consistent, new stuff, flashy effects, everything. Constant entertainment. And like the constant audio cuts where you can't have a single second of silence. And basically no downtime. Making some people question how Gen Alpha can even get to sleep in their first place. Because it is a joke. Then there's the combat, with the amount of dopamine being pumped into my brain. The mechanics are actually simple enough. There's the basic attack, the dodge, the special attack, the ultimate, and then 2 character specific switch things, which would be based on the combo. Then they would have a base system, so you're only programming the attacking combat logic once and then just deriving all the other characters off of that. So you'd have like changes in animation, there would be the positional stuff, which is probably just based off of the animation through a thing called room motion, because that would be quite easier. Then there's the actual speed of attacks, the maximum attacks you can do. There's so speed and max attacks, I don't remember. Then 100 particles on top, and that would be mostly based on the type of attack, so you're not having to arrange that for every character, but that's really preference. And then the sounds. I forget how many things that was. But after the first level, there is actually elemental attacks. Then there's a charge attack on top of that. Then there's combo specific attacks, where you can do specific sub-special attacks. Yeah, like a secondary special attack, depending on what combo you're in. So it is pretty deep, but it is, or would still be, this base system forever. Oh, then there's an extra attack bonus with the second timed attack. So much dopamine. I love this. The combat is really easy, but it feels really good too. It feels like you have a lot more control over what attacks you're doing than you do. And that would tie into the skill floor and skill ceiling, where there's skill floor where you start, where you need to be the player of the game is actually really low, but the skill ceiling, because so many alterations you can do, is actually pretty high. It feels high from, like, again, the first couple levels, and and they have some good music too from their websites. They have a bit of rock, hip hop, a bit script, move, touch of classical, and I think a bit of rap, and some jazzy bass lines as well. It's really nice, and that's one song. Then they have DLC, live service stuff, because it is a live service gacha game. And dude, how is the budget for this game not like sky high as a rocket? And when I go research, why does Zenless Zone 0 development cost? Just give the income and thought. In the first couple months, weeks, one of those. I cannot be more specific in that search. Yeah. But the thing is crazy. It has a surprising amount of depth. Again, it looks like 400 people. How do you have that much animation quality, that good of a camera work in the trailer, that surprisingly deep combat with a low skill floor and a high skill ceiling, and have it be actually fun without the budget being absolutely through the roof? It's really cool. I want to know more, but that's the whole video for now. Thank you for watching. I'm still trying to balance energy levels with the job, and I'm feeling peppy now, having fun, but I feel like I've done nothing in the last 6 weeks when it comes to actual development, and based off of the tunnel thing, I'm not too far off. What was it? There was a couple days to half a week making the prototype for the world. There was the guitar, which was a rest week. Then there was the week before that. Then the second, third video about the demo, which was again most of a rest. And there was like a few weeks before that, there was the month of doing nothing but resting after I actually finished the demo. I want to keep on working on the game, but I'm tired and I need to rest, because if I don't rest, then I will end up killing myself to pursue the thing. And that's not good, because if I'm not around to finish the game, then who is? Learning from Oda's doing crazy hours and like less than 5 hours of sleep a day. I want to work on the game, man, but I need to rest. And yeah, the whole thing is finding balance, which is the constant pursuit to find an equilibrium and getting all the things at once. So now it's time to edit, and then I will be doing work on the animation smoothing, because I am feeling awake enough to actually do some work on the game. So we're just gonna go with what we got. I have this month to do development stuff, and then progress. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was planning to release a demo by March, with being February as the whole marketing thing, so it doesn't flop like the Kickstarter did. But yeah, I may need to push that out already. I can cut some stuff, so as far as the schedule goes, I'm still on track to do this. But I have a month to get everything polished up. If I can't get the animation smoothing and the begin logic more polished and smooth, and not having these tons of minor bugs, which isn't too much of a big deal, but I need to get as many of them squashed as possible. Then there is the compatibility issues. A lot of people I either just can't open the game properly and get past the menu screen because it doesn't turn up on some people's things. Sometimes it just doesn't want to open. But when I build it and when I run it on my computer, no problem at all. So why? So thank you for watching. Bye bye.